This is a follow-up video to the video that I made the last time about how to get clients as a graphic designer. And in this video, I'm just going to be focusing on one aspect, which is the cold DM. Like I said in the previous video, cold DM is just like approaching a girl. You don't want to make her feel insecure by telling her about all your exes and telling her about your previous relationship. Like, for example, you come to her and you're like, I'm FY and have had 7 exes. Each of them broke up this way. Each of them just left me because of this and that. And I like doing this. She's automatically going to feel insecure because of the points you are bringing. When you approach someone, you want to make it, first of all, feel all about them before it becomes about you. So you come to her instead and be like, hey, I like your shoes, or I like the dress you are putting on, or your face is pretty. So that's going to draw attention, and she would like the fact that you are interested in something about her. And she, first of all, maybe she would appreciate you and be like, thank you. And maybe the conversation just continues, and maybe she gives you a number, blah blah. Well, we are talking about cold DMs here, and I'm not really teaching you how to get into relationships with girls, but I'm teaching you how to get into relationship with clients. So it's no different from the one with girls. You cannot just approach your clients and say, I'm a graphic designer, I've worked with 700 brands, I've made them a success by doing this and that, I help them change their logo, and all those are bullshit. What you actually need is to like approach the client and tell the client, all right, I saw your page and your page was really attractive. It stood out for me because I helped brands that do X and X. That's what the client does. Let's say I help brand that do spa, and I like the way your brand page stood out for me because of the colors that you chose to use. You could stop there and wait for a response, or you could go further and say, but there's one thing that I realized about your page, and that was the inconsistency. And I feel like it's because you don't have enough content to post. And I, as a graphic designer, I can help you with content and designs to post for your page, because I work for this kind of pages and it's kind of like a normal thing for me. And you can also add an offer. You get me? You could be like, and all these you are going to be getting for free. I'm going to do 30 samples for you for free. And if you like them, then we can continue. Or you could say, I want to do one sample for you for free. You get, because cold DM is not something that you just, if somebody just want to try, because you are a stranger coming to a person. The person does not know about you before, so the person will not want to trust you except you give them a reason to. So you saying you are going to give them for free, it's not as if they are going to scam you or something. So you should not even do cold DM in the first place if you are not sure of yourself. And like I said in the previous video, your portfolio should be well ready. Your page you are using to send messages should be something that is standing out already, standing out as in it's already well organized, because you don't want to reach out to somebody and you yourself, you are not organized. You are telling someone that you want to help the person, meanwhile you yourself, you need help. So you don't want to be in that category. So you need to first of all organize yourself. Like I said, it's just like approaching a girl. You need to spray perfume and look nice before you approach a girl. You cannot go as a mechanic or something and say you want to approach a girl. Even if you're a mechanic, you know what to do when you want to approach a girl. You don't go in your mechanic uniform. Well, I said we are not talking about that aspect, so let's just get into it. So you tell them that you're going to give them free bonuses or maybe free designs for free, and if they like it, you can continue. And the reason why I didn't, like I said, is because you are sure of your work. And if you're not sure, there's no reason for cold DM in the first place. You will likely get a response because this message that you're giving them is something that is interesting them and standing out from the rest. So if you just came and you are like, okay, I'm FY and I'm a graphic designer and I can help you do this, you just be one of the 100 people that, you just be another +1 to the 99 people that are already there in her DM, and you may likely not get a response. So you have to be different. One thing that really stood for me, there are a lot of courses for cold DMs and there are a lot of videos that you watch on cold DMs, but I'll tell you one thing, you have to be different. Send a message that will make the person curious. Like, for example, instead of saying, hi, I'm this, I'm a graphic designer, I'm that, talking about yourself, which is just total bullshit, you can just come at first and just say something like, for example, I'm trying to reach out to a brand that does spa. I just say, her face. For example, I just reply to the story and her face. The client will be like, her face, what's about that? Like, the client will be curious to know more. Like, what am I talking about, her face? So the moment the client send me a message, I'll be like, her face was very nice and I like the way, and I relate it to the brand. That's something. That's another thing you should think of when you're doing cold DM. So you should talk about, you should make it feel all about the person before bringing up what you can do for them. See, It does not have to be all about you, or you trying to buy them. Like you're trying to make them, you are trying to sell to them at all costs. It does not have to be like that. It has to be something symbiotic, like the gaining from you, gaining from them. The value you propose later, but you make them feel valued first. And you should not expect great results at the start of your cold DM. You feel me? Like I actually got my first client after sending about 70 plus messages for my clients. You get, my first client actually replied after like 10 days into cold DM. And as mentioned in the previous video, if you haven't watched it, do well too, that you should send at most 10 messages a day. It should be between 7 to 10 messages a day. The reason why you don't send more than 10 is because you don't want to get flagged by Instagram. Instagram may flag you if you do this. So you should send between 7 to 10 messages. And if you do this at most 10 messages, by the end of the week, you should have reached out to 70 plus brands. So this was what I did. And at the end of the first week, I got my first client. I got my first client and he reached out to me. He replied my message after reaching out to him through cold DM. So you should not expect quick results. It should be something that takes time. I've seen someone that got a response after a year or maybe even 2 years. So you should not really rush it. Clients will take time to consider. It's just like an impulse product. I didn't plan it before and all of a sudden it just came. So I will need time to process the whole thing and realize why I need it before I actually respond back. You get, so being left unread or unseen is quite more impressive than not even being responded to at all. But the best of all is even getting a no, getting a yes, getting a no. However, whatever you get, as long as a response is given back, it shows that your message was well constructed. And if you want to learn more about constructing messages and more about cold DM as a whole, like I said, I have a course for that, which you'll find a link to in the description of this video. So that will be it for today, and I'll see you in the next video. So have a nice day. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this. Thank you.